What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. I took a break.
Mhm.
Wanted to, get some other stuff together, but I'm back. And I got a special guest today. I don't know her personally, but I seen it around on social media, and I'm the type of person I like people that's happy. Like
Mhm.
I don't know you, but every time because I follow you on Facebook and I see you every time you enjoy yourself and
Yeah.
having the fun and just living life, right?
Right.
I
Right.
never see you into no drama,
Uh-huh.
no beef or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I said, and I saw you on a few podcasts before, so that's that helped me out even more about picking because a lot of
Right. Right.
people, scared of cameras and stuff like that.
Right.
But I'm Carson. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. I have a special guest.
Well, my name is Whitney, born and raised from Amy, Louisiana. I pretty much been in between Benning Road. A lot of people heard of Benning Road before. At 8 years old, my mom and dad separated. We moved to Shiloh, which is in between Amy and Independence. So, well, right before Velma. So that's where I'm from. And when people ask, I normally don't even say Amy. I say Shiloh. That's just I'm diehard family oriented. So I'm from Shiloh. I'm a twin. I'm a mother. I do all kind of stuff. I do locks. I don't do just hair, but I do locks. I probably been doing it about 7 years. I've been working with Aveda for about 4 years. Kind of all oriented around hair, like pretty much the main things that I do. I do flyers. I'm a people's person, so
Okay,
I do like promotion and stuff like that. Pretty much just put my hands on a little bit of everything, really.
that's
Whatever you throw out there for me.
that's good. I like that. Well, I like people. I respect people's time and I always like for me. You into fragrances like perfume and stuff like that?
Um, I mean, I'm not big on it, but I do like a good fragrance. So I
Okay.
mean, I'm gonna say this, like my sister, like she hip to a lot of stuff, and my boyfriend, he buy me stuff, like surprise me with stuff. So I'm like, oh,
Okay.
what's that? It's not, it's new. I like that. So I'm kind of just like, or whatever. I'm easy. So I'm not really too much into it, but I do like a good fragrance.
Okay. So, cause I was thinking, I wanted to, I like to, at least give people something for their time and
Oh.
um um you born number nine.
Oh, look, I
You
appreciate you.
you
Thank you. Look, right now I got on Dolce and Gabbana, and it's really nice. I've been kind of on it, so it's gonna
okay?
be something
But
new for me.
it's unisex. I'm into a
Okay,
lot of niche phrases, and that's
got you.
bond number nine,
Appreciate you.
mostly for men
Thank
and
you.
women. If you
Thank
don't
you.
like it, give it to your
Oh.
boyfriend. He'll wear it though.
Well, no,
But
I'm definitely gonna wear
but
it.
it's a pretty good
Thank you. Thank you.
a pretty good fragrance though. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Um, let's jump into it. We living in a world now where it's a lot of chaos and like just drama and animosity
Hmm.
and it seems like a lot of people. It, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but a lot of people just like angry with life. Like why is it so important for people to protect their peace?
I mean, for one, like overall, you have to be protected. As the head of household, as the strong woman that I am, and who I have raised to be, it's kind of almost like a survival thing. Like, and I hate to talk on survival because a lot of people can have a mindset of survival and they do a lot of things that out of anger,
Right.
and they're not necessarily even thinking right. So it's so important to have peace and patience within yourself, like because it starts with you. So once you have that and you find that, like your peace and your happiness, you're able to flow through life because life is hard. So it's kind of cliche to say, oh, this is hard for me, or I'm frustrated, or I'm exhausted. Like that's cliche. Like in this world that we living in, it's kind of like we gotta suck it up, like tough love right now. That's what I'm on right now. Like we've all been through something. We've all seen a lot of things. So it's so important to have a strategy. I feel like
Right.
you have to have some type of strategy. You have to be spiritually in tune. That's the main thing. Like a lot of people just be going, like they just be going, but you have to have some type of guidance, some type of covenant. You have to be led to have that peace.
Right.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I like how you said spiritual. You in church?
I am, and I've kind of like physically fell off within the last year. I've noticed that I have been distracted, like, and I always say it's something root. It's a root cause of stuff like that. And
Right.
I've never lost or left God. However, like I said, I haven't physically been in the church. Like, and a lot of people always say, "Oh, you can have church at home, or you can have church in your car." That's true. But when you are in the
Yeah,
presence,
it's different.
it's so different. Like when you're around people who are in agreement, when the atmosphere is true, you can't help but to be like it's magnified. Like you can't help but to be
Right.
a part of that, and it's
Right.
so uplifting. So like that's why I always say people can see me out partying, drinking, and doing whatever, having a good time. However, I still have a purpose. Like I feel like God put me in certain places where pastors would, they might pray for you, but they'll never physically walk in those places. Like, and it's so different now, and it's so hard to talk about because I was raised around tradition, and like my mom them, like even when I left from my original church, they kind of got offended that I stepped out. However, it was personal. Like it wasn't, oh, you got to show up at church and family and friends say you got to be in the number, you got to be counted. But at the end of the day, I wasn't. It was dead. Whatever it was that I was supposed to get there, it was done as a child because there was no growth.
Right.
So when I stepped out and I went to another place, I literally saw a different person within me. I'm talking about things started happening to me that I was only manifesting. Like, and I'm like, these things are being added to me because I'm around the right people. I'm
Right.
doing the right thing. I'm on track. Like, it was just so different. I was into it literally consistently like about 3 years. And then I kind of just fell off. Like I said, physically, I never left, but physically I stopped going, and I noticed a lot of stuff started back to happen. Like, I'm like, oh man, so I got to get back on track, honestly.
Long as I'm big on going to church, but long as you believe in God, I tell people, man, believe in God most of all, because He said, "Just whosoever believeth in Me," right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people they miss that. In church, I was raised in a church, and church people have sent a lot of people to hell because of the old tradition
Yeah.
and religion and rules. And as I got older and I got mature and I got around like
Mm-hmm.
other leaders and other people, and I said it's really not that bad because the church have scared a lot of people to come to church because you
Yeah.
can't. At one point, you couldn't even live your life without, oh, you going to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to hell. No, that's not God. Why if the God we serve love us so much to just send us to hell for the stuff that everybody say going.
Right.
Now you got to do good. Don't get me wrong. You
True
got to
enough.
have a good heart. You got to love people. You got to love God. But I don't think it's that tough the way I was raised. I don't know what church you went to, but like my grandma was real strict. God rest her soul, and
Mm-hmm.
like I was scared of everything. I used to think I'm talking about we start lighting and she make us turn the TVs off,
Yeah.
or you going to like it's stuff like that, man. And I'm on this journey now, and just telling people just do good. You
That's it.
love God, just do good,
Yeah.
um and that's you can protect your peace by doing good,
Yeah.
and
Really.
because I tell people it's two decisions you're making in your life that's gonna affect your peace: who you choose to be your God and who you marry. If you
Yeah.
get them right,
I like that.
you can deal with anything else in life, and that's have been a lot of people downfall, in my opinion, because they don't get them two things right. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know who their God is, and they
Yeah.
marry the wrong person. Because you can marry the wrong person, and they not there for you, and they
Right.
not there spiritually. I tell my sisters and them, like, you gonna hate that you marry somebody that don't know how to pray.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stuff like that. So if you
Yeah.
if you know who your God is, and you pick the right person, I
Right.
believe you can deal with any kind of other battles that come
Most
through life.
definitely.
You
Most
know.
definitely. Like I have to put a little bit into that. I hearing you say like if you know who your God is, like that's the main thing. I try to put out there without necessarily saying it. You have to know the source. Like you have to know the source. You have
Right.
to be protected. Like so many people allow so many things to come out of their mouth. Like you gotta, like I said, your mouth, your ears, your eyes, those are portals. So when you're releasing something, or even when you consuming something, like a lot of times those become the things that you believe. So say for instance, like when I was buying my house, I was in the process of buying my house.
Okay.
Um, everybody like I'm not gonna lie, I was in a position to where I know I can do it. Great, excellent credit. Like, but I never made that type of move. So of course I had some type of I don't really like to say fear, but I was kind of like on the edge about it. And it's like, man, every time I try, I'm going through the process. It only took me 2 months, which was, I think, was pretty good to find the house and close. 2 months. But in the process of it all, I wasn't aware of the fees and everything that was coming with it, and I fell short. And then I got so discouraged. Like I'm telling my mom and my cousin, like the main people around me who I thought was gonna be the first to help me. I'm telling them like, I'm such and such short. Like, if you can help me out right here, I got you within the next month. So I'm not even asking for a long,
Right.
time frame. Like just help me because I want to get this house.
Right.
And it seemed like every time, like the 2 or 3 people that I did go to, they had something negative to say, or you sure you ready for this, or you if you asking for this now, how are you going to do it when it comes to the first month mortgage or whatever, like, so they saying all these things. But me knowing who my source is, for one, God didn't put me on this path if I wasn't going to complete it. Because
Right.
now is my time. Like I just, in the time that I was in, I knew it was my time to get me a house.
Right.
So like I had to put aside all the naysay. I'm like, I done got discouraged because the people that I thought was gonna help me not gonna help me. I stopped. I prayed about it. God, if this is for me, I need you to show me. I'm demanding. Now I'm demanding it. I need this. I need you to show me something. I'm crying out like, God, I need you to show me something. Immediately the spirit showed me, like, you need fast. We need to go on the fast right now, today, tomorrow, ASAP. I want to say that I did a 7-day fast. And within the process of me going through all that, I kid you not, on that 7 day, like I said, I had been asking my mom and everybody for helping this and that. They couldn't come through for me. On that 7 day, that last day of my fasting, my boss called me and she said, I need you to clock out of the queue. And she said, I need you to meet with me in the Zoom for an hour. She never said nothing like that. So mind you, I'm already going through this discouragement. I'm like, oh Lord, what is it that she want? I can't lose my job right now, because now, like, I'm really going, I have to let this go. So I'm like, Lord, I can't worry. I can't worry. I kept praying. God, if this is for me, let it be for me. Don't let this be detrimental to me. Whatever it is she wanted me to about. I met with her in the Zoom meeting. She started off rough, but then she proceeded to say, the reason why I called you in this meeting is because we owe you a month of back pay,
Come
because
on.
on a certain X amount of days or whatever, you got a raise, but we never presented it to you. There was a lot of stuff going on, this and that, but this is the day that we want to present this raise to you
Come on.
with back pay, like with a check that I wasn't even
That was on a
expecting, and
7 day.
on that 7 day. And I'm like, I literally had to ask her to, please excuse me. I had to walk out. Like I literally, I'm talking about, it was a shout that I never knew was inside of me. And I'm like, thank you, God. Like I didn't even call, my mom or nobody, tell him nothing. I just proceeded, like, cause I know it's God. I see you
Right.
working. So back to the reason that I'm talking about this, you have to know your source. You cannot give up. You cannot allow fear to creep in, because the minute you allow an ounce of doubt, the mission is impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
So if you know your source, man, it's nothing really can stop you.
If God be for you, who
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 can be
who, who
against
can
you?
be against you, man? A lot of people operate in fear, and
Yeah.
God didn't give us the spirit of fear.
Right.
Like, if like God, that's
Yeah.
that's one of the ways of protecting your peace. But a lot of people don't understand that I know a lot of people say they believe in God, they
Mm-hmm.
trust God, but they operate in fear. They
Right.
live life in fear. Like they afraid to step out on faith go
Yeah.
get the house, go get the car.
Yeah.
And they live in fear. And if God didn't give us the spirit of fear, who did? It's the enemy. The
Come on.
enemy, the enemy, makes people operate in fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I'm like
Yeah.
for me, I'm not. If I want it, I'm going to get it, right?
Facts.
If I feel like it's my season, it's my time to get it,
Yeah.
I'm going to get it, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be, we all done went through the point where we done made mistakes and we had to
Right.
learn from it. But when like right now, I know I'm in that season where I'm focused. I know
Mm-hmm.
every single thing that I put my mind to do, I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
At one point I wasn't, because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was still in the church doing pills and
Yeah.
fame. I mean, finessing banks, getting
Yeah.
bank fraud. I went to prison, married. I went through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went through it all, man. So, but when you focus,
Yeah.
and sometimes it you'll get frustrated trying to ask people for help, and they'll be the first thing they do is something negative.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, because they're afraid they self. I don't need you
Mm-hmm.
to be afraid for me.
Exactly.
Just let if I'm gonna fall, let me fall. But just the way we is. A lot of people operate in fear, but
Yeah.
that's good though. A lot of people don't do that fasting
Yeah.
and praying.
And it's so crazy because, like I said, people look at me and they look at the party side and this and that. But like, I know who I am. When you know who you are and you know who your God is, like, it's literally only you can stop you. You have to be strategic. Like, you have to literally move on
All
purpose.
right.
Like, and that's my man. I live by that. Like, I have it tatted on me. For God I live, for God I die. Like, you have to understand it. And once you, and honestly feel like you have to get to a point to where you're broken,
Right.
to where you can even appreciate, the things
Right.
that's right there before you, and you don't even realize. So once you do realize who your source is, you just act accordingly. So
Listen, people need to understand this. It's nothing wrong with going out and enjoying yourself, right?
mhm.
It's nothing wrong with you going out there partying, hanging out, just doing good. I enjoy myself. I mean, I don't go. I never did like clubs, those stuff
Right.
like that. But I love like going to nice, because Christians don't have fun. Not Christian, but people that go to church,
I
they
get
don't
you.
know how to
I
have
get
fun.
yeah.
And so, like for me, I hate being around it. That's why
Yeah.
I'm really antisocial, because they don't know
Mhm.
how to have fun. Like
Mhm.
they too judgmental.
Very
Like,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what we had Christmas thing a few years ago. We had one every year at our church, and we was doing lectures, sliding, and some people just sitting down looking. Y'all
Yeah.
sit down there and look. You gonna die
Right.
and just know, but live your life. Just you can still live your life,
Mhm.
have fun, enjoy yourself, and
Mhm.
still meet God in the end for
Literally.
Him to say you well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
because
definitely.
it's about your heart.
That's it.
That's if your heart right, your intentions right.
Yeah.
Because the Bible said we all gonna fall short every single day.
Every day, every
Every
second.
day, it will be no perfect people in heaven except Jesus. That's
Yeah.
it. God. Those the only perfect people that'll be in heaven. All us gonna die with some kind of sin,
Right,
whether you
right.
like it or not.
Mhm.
I don't care how much you pray, how much you fast, how much you say you go to church, how much you love God.
Mhm.
But when they close that casket, you gonna have to die with something, right?
Exactly.
It's because it's impossible for us to be spot free and clean, and because we don't know when we're gonna die.
Right, exactly.
So that's why in between you do good, right? You
That part.
love people around you, just have a good heart, go out there and enjoy.
Mhm.
I'm not saying just go out there and do crazy stuff and
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
man, go out there, enjoy
Enjoy.
yourself, have fun, man. Don't I try to tell people, don't live no life like that. People's gonna okay, say what you want to say, but I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
gonna have fun. I'm gonna listen to some good, clean music. I don't
Mhm.
like listen to a lot of church music because they don't make good songs, right? A lot of people don't. I mean, I preach and everything, but I don't. I be listening to all kind of music, but I
Yeah.
know who, like you said, I know who my source is.
Mhm.
I love God with all my heart, right? So
Mhm.
can nobody tell me different. You can't make me feel no type of way because I know who I am.
Exactly.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of stuff, like we live in a world where people, because the internet and social media and stuff have put a lot of people in this space where they gotta please people. So now you got a world out there now where people are they not being authentic, they not
Mm-hmm.
being true because they want people to accept them.
Right,
They
right.
want people to like them. They feel like if I don't do this, if I don't be part of this clique, if I don't go here, if I don't do that, people won't like me. And
Mm-hmm.
I like for me from spin, I never did care about what people think. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you ask anybody that know me, all my family, my friends, they know I can care less what people think. But from you, like what kind of advice would you give people, like how to like just break that thinking that you gotta please everybody for them to like you?
Like I would genuinely say just be who you are. Like simple. If they don't like it, oh well, there's somebody else who do. Like, like keeping up with the Jones, like they say, and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah,
that
yeah.
really will get you to a place where you really, really don't want to be, not only physically but emotionally, financially.
Right.
Like you can
Yep.
literally find yourself trying to keep up with somebody, spending all your money, or not necessarily even money, like you trying to keep up with them now is frustrating you because you
Right. You
feel like
going broke.
like you can't, like, I can't get there, or was it so good, then you, a lot of times that really create hate, like like when people, not necessarily saying people hating on you, but
Right.
when you see a man would go, my papa used to say, I can't really quote how he said it, but a man with silver don't want to hear about your gold. A man with gold don't want to hear
I
about your
like that.
silver.
I like
So
that.
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, deal with what you have, and you just try to get to the next level. Like it's not about nobody else or what nobody. You go at your own pace. Like you simply go at your own pace. And then, like you said, social media is out there now. In today's time, oh my God, it's so much stuff. You learn how to cook, you learn how to drive, like
Right.
do hair. Everything is out there. Like it's right there in front of you. These are things that you're consuming. So again, know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to just say, like, don't worry about them, especially when you're in a place where you really want to get there. But just start doing what you got to do. Faith without works is dead. You
Right.
literally just have to move, and you have to be strategic about it. So that's really all I have to say about that, because it's really hard, because people, I'm not gonna lie, you have some spiteful people who really put it out there as if they this and they that. And in reality, when the
They
internet
not.
shut down, they
They,
none of
they
those
not.
things. So you
And
misconstrued by people that ain't even really living their life.
that's what I'm saying. You got people that's trying to compete
Mm-hmm.
with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody makes social media look good.
Yes, they do.
Everybody makes social media like I'm living this best life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know people from like I know people personally like
Yeah.
that marriages be on the ropes. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me, everybody go through their stuff, like, you know, but they'll never post that. People
Never.
don't post the struggle. People
Yeah.
don't they don't post that process in between. They
Mm-hmm.
only post the
The
highlights.
high, yeah, the
You know,
highs.
you people you'll take 20 pictures before you get the right one,
Right,
right? Because
exactly.
everybody wanna, and that's fine. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but we living in a world now where people feel like I gotta compete with that.
Yeah.
But in reality, you don't know what it took for me to really get here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
now you trying to please other people to fit in. No, you live your life, do
yeah.
good, love the people around you, love the people that love you,
Mm-hmm.
support the people that support you, and quit trying to please you can't make everybody happy. I don't care how hard
Definitely.
you try, because when mad they come and
Yeah.
when they show their true colors, then what? Right?
Right,
So
exactly.
just be who you are, be who that I try to tell people, but some people they just don't get it, man.
Yeah.
Be who you are,
Yeah, that's
know
it.
who you are, right? And just go after your dreams. Quit trying to
Mm-hmm.
chase everybody else's dreams. You see people
Yeah.
posting vacation. Now everybody, now they
Yeah.
feel like I gotta
Right.
do it. Somebody post the status, they're in relationship. Now you feel like you gotta do it. No, you wake up
Mm-hmm.
every day, be intentional about
Yeah.
your life. And because a lot social media have ruined a lot of people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Most
Right.
definitely, yeah. Like it's so crazy because like I said, it was a situation happened. Oh, the I want to say around. I was noticing it was so weird. Like around Valentine's Day, people were making posts saying like you have to ask your girl like, will you be my Valentine? Like since when that became a thing? Like
Right.
it's just a social media thing. Like you had some men angry about it because they like like she knows she my Valentine. Like now I gotta do this because she feeling the way because she see y'all on social media asking, "Will you be my Valentine's with these big old roses and nice entries and things like that?" Like I'm like, social media will really take things way far and
Right.
beyond. So if you know who you are, you know what you deal with. Like go with your flow. Like stop trying to keep up with them people because you
Yeah.
will really lose trying to keep
You,
up with social media. Like
especially
for
with
real.
relationships. I
Yes,
don't.
indeed.
And like a lot of people put their relationship on there. So, some people put their problems, and
Yeah.
one thing that I do hate though, while we talking about Valentine's Day, people get on there. They like if a girl get caught cheating or a dude get caught
Mm-hmm.
cheating, they dog them out,
Yeah.
call them everything crazy, cutting up, acting a fool on the social media,
Yeah.
and then 2 months later you back with them.
But I hate it. I hate that.
That's what I'm saying. Like we
Like you
all
trying
know
to
that everybody,
please.
yeah, we know that everybody go through their battles, everybody got their fight. But if you know deep down inside you
Yeah.
really not ready to let go,
Exactly.
don't put
Don't do
that
all
part of that
that.
on social media
Yeah.
because you really just making yourself look crazy,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
cutting up, crying, acting a fool. If you know deep down inside there's a chance that y'all might get back together, don't put that on them. A lot of people make themselves look crazy. I just be laughing at a lot of them. I mean, you just crazy. They go, I used to tell people we used to bet. I like they'd be back together.
Yeah, like you can see it be so clear, like you can see it. But I feel like when people do that, honestly, I feel like that's a guilty conscience,
Right,
and it's louder than their confidence. So,
right,
like when you see people doing those things, they necessarily trying to put it out there. However, if they in a situation to where they gotta tell the world, "Oh, he cheated," this and that, they posting messages and screenshot. It's only because their guilty conscience. For one, I feel like it's a method of defense. And the reason why I say that, and just by looking at it over time, I feel like people do those type of things because like a method of defense. And what I mean by that basically is they're thinking the person that he's cheating with, her friends, everybody else, his friends, they all know about this, but I'm just finding out about this. So my way of showing y'all that I don't care or that I know, I'm gonna put it out there. So, like I said, the reason why I feel like it's a method of defense because they're just acting off of emotions simply because they feel like they gotta protect who they are. They don't want people to feel like, oh, I got played. But at the end of the day, you're really just acting out of emotions and you're really not thinking about what you're doing. So I don't necessarily think they just putting their business out there. It's a reflex. It's
right,
a reflex from them trying to protect the fact that all of these people knew this but me. I felt played because all of y'all knew this but me. So I'm letting y'all know I know what y'all know now. So I don't necessarily feel like they're just putting it out there. But to the people, it look like, why are you putting all your business out here? Because hey, I feel like y'all knew it anyway.
right,
So you feel me? So I feel like that's why people do those things. I hate it. I hate it. I never did that. I never will. But it's just like I said, it's just a method of defense. And another thing, survival mode. People is literally stuck in survival mode. They don't know what else to do. So now that social media is there, it's so corrupt, like to where they just acting out of emotion. So that's how I look at
I like that. That's
it.
good.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's crazy.
um, men. I want to jump into men. I want to hear your perspective. We live in a world now where why I want to talk about why is it so important for men to have the right friends around, right? Reason
Mm-hmm.
why I say that because I mean I don't have a lot of friends. I got one
Yeah.
dude that I really call a close friend, but like when I look back over all the stuff that I did, uh, all the mistakes I made,
Mm-hmm.
um, I wish I had somebody I could have just really went to
Yeah.
and sit down and told them exactly what I was going through, right? And for me, I went through a lot without having that outlet to go to
Yeah.
somebody and tell them, right? But I didn't, because some dudes they messy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't they don't have they're not gonna give you right real true advice because for me, like I wish I could have went to somebody and like, hey man, I've been talking to other females on my
Mm-hmm.
way, right? Hey bro, I'm scamming banks, bro. Like, man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm addicted to these pills. I never had that to really that person in my life. And now we living in a world now where black men they are like seem like they're fading away because
Yeah.
either they going to prison, either they getting killed,
Hmm.
or they gay.
Right.
So why for you? Why is it so important for men, especially black men, to have that like that true friend around them?
Well, what it's important because for one, we need to rebuild, we need to regain, and need to refocus. The men will always and forever be the head of household to me, even though I am a strong, independent woman. A man who takes lead, a man who know who he is, will forever be the head. So the reason why it's so important to have that person is because you need that structure. Like a lot of times, we come from broken homes, and like so men in particular, even though women, this includes women as well, but men in particular, by them being ahead and coming from a broken home, again, the same thing I've been saying, survival mode. Like they only grow to know what they've seen. So
Right.
like they operate like that. So once we become adults, and then you get into all these situations where you doing this and doing that, things you don't support, and it's beating you down. Who can I run to? Who can I talk to? It's so important to have somebody there for their outlet, so you can get that masculine energy out. A lot of times men feel like, if I do go tell certain people this, I feel weak, or it makes me look weak. But a lot of men want to be so headstrong and want to be so strong when they're really broken inside. They
Yeah.
broken. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, you can find that person, but it's hard if that person ain't already been there. Like I
Right.
feel like it's got to be somebody you have that had that establishment with, and y'all have both been through things, and y'all came to a place to where you've learned enough, and y'all can help each other out. So you got to have that person. I don't
Right.
think you can just go hand pick some, unless, I
No, no,
mean,
no, no,
it's
no, no. You
you can
can't.
you
I
can't
don't
just
think
go hand pick
we gotta
somebody
have some
and
kind of
do it. Like,
history, some
yeah, like
kind of
I feel like,
relationship.
yeah,
Yeah.
something to where you've seen growth in that person has seen growth in you,
Right.
that person has seen you mess up, fumble, and everything else, and they've also seen you do good too.
Right.
So where now they can kind of have this opinion, and they can share it with you, and you
Right.
don't take offense to it.
Right.
So you just got to know who your people are, for
Exactly.
real.
I like that. That's good. So,
Hmm.
I know you say you're in a relationship, and women have this. Not all women, but a lot of women have this bad to where they in relationships, but
Hmm.
they have this space where a man can't be vulnerable to him. Because I believe that a man should be able to talk to his if they in a relationship, especially if you
Hmm.
living together.
Yeah.
I should be able to, tell you everything I'm going through, and be able to open up to you about how I really feel. I struggle with that a lot. Coming,
Yeah.
my wife should always tell me like, you need to, tell me how you really feel. And what it, and I think that's so important for women to have that kind of, space where men can just be honest
Hmm.
and come tell them how they feel. And but when mad they come,
Hmm.
don't throw it up in my face.
Exactly.
Cause this is where a lot of women going wrong at. That man, he, for us men, just because we seem tough, we want to be vulnerable.
Right.
It be times in my life where I wanted to cry. I cried
Yeah,
to some
and it's
people,
okay.
but women men have opened up to them. But
Hmm.
when mad they come, they throw it in their face.
Yeah.
Now they can't understand why that man won't be vulnerable or tell them how they really feeling
Right.
ever again. Because no man gonna keep telling you how they really
Hmm.
feel. But when you get mad, you
Yeah.
telling everybody. You
Right.
putting it on social media or
Yeah.
you throwing it on his face. And a lot of relationships have been ruined because of I'm not picking on women, but because women don't know how to control their feelings,
Yeah.
especially when things not going their way,
Right.
right?
Right.
And talk to the people how important it is as a woman. Like if a man tell you something, when you get mad or y'all get into it, don't throw it in his face. How it's
Hmm.
important for you to, have some kind of level of maturity to, even though I hate you with all my guts right
Hmm.
now, I'm not gonna tell the world what you told me and dog.
Exactly.
Why how important that is to for women to understand.
Um. First of all, you got to know your boundaries. You're the woman, and that's the man. So you
Right.
like respect is a big plays a big factor in this type of thing. Like for one, when your man even come to you on some vulnerable stuff, for one, that right there should let you know that he's feeling away. He needs to talk. He needs this moment. So you shouldn't utilize that time to throw in, oh, you was doing this or doing that, and now then when mad they come, you
Right.
want to throw it back in your face. Like it's all about respect.
Right.
So that woman, for one, has to have respect for that man to even look at it in that perspective. Like like it's just like a lot of females these days, they say they grown, but they have childlike mindsets.
Right.
Like
Right.
like I'm 35 and I
Right.
know a couple 40-year-olds that still
Right.
act 21. Like you can't and don't have a man. I see
No.
why you
No.
don't have a man.
I
Because it's
see
like your
exactly why.
mindset.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got the like if you're gonna be grown about it. Like and I like situations like this, like conversations like this is always rocky for me because
Right.
like the guy that I'm with, he's from New Orleans. We've been together about maybe 3 or 4 years now. And I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult for me. And the reason why I say that is because we come from two different backgrounds and we're two totally different people. And I think compatibility is so important. Individuality in a relationship is so important.
Right.
Before we got together, I told him, like, I haven't been in a relationship 10 years before you. I'm telling him this. So you already know off top where my mind is. I don't know how this go. Like I got to get back into the
Right.
groove of being with the person. So like 10 years before I got with him, I was single. I was doing whatever I wanted to do. So it's like now that getting with him, like I'm still I move as if I'm individual. Even like with social media, I don't feel the need to constantly post my relationship. People be
Right.
like,
Right.
I
Right.
thought you
Right.
were single. I want it to be that way. Like I don't have to necessarily throw my relationship out there.
Right.
Like it's just a protection thing for me. Not only that, simply because like with me and him, like I said, we're two different people. He's true enough a gentleman. He's true enough, he's a nice guy. He don't like to go out and party. He don't do all that. He's like to sit inside and work. Like so me, on the other hand, I like to go with my family. I like to hang out. Like so it's kind of hard because it's like sometimes I get a sense of jealousy from him.
Right.
When I told him beforehand, like I'm family oriented, I like to go. Me and my family literally do everything together.
Right.
Like we have days through the week, even weekends that we meet up and do stuff. That's how we cope with life. Like this is what we do.
Right.
So I told him that before we even got together, and I noticed sometimes he feel like jealous about it. So now that jealousy turns into a little anger. Like so, it's like I'm like, what you? I don't know how to explain, or I don't even know how to get it out of him how he's feeling about it because I see that you don't really care for it too much, and it kind of is like some jealousy. Like we do stuff, we go on dates, we randomly
Right.
go,
Right.
we live together, so we do things together. However, I feel like he feels jealous because I show my family more attention
Right.
than it is with him. But things that I do with my family, like it's like he don't like to do. He don't like to hang around. Like we'll literally sit in the yard, play music, and dance. Like that's type of stuff that
Right.
makes us happy. We like to do that. Him, on the other hand, he might want to be inside watching a movie,
Right.
like stuff like that. He's very introverted. Like we two different people, and
Right.
it's so hard. And it's like I feel like situations like that, he don't open up to me. But I want you to tell me exactly how you feel. Like,
Right.
if you don't like this, let me know that you don't like this. What
Right.
can we do from this point? Like,
Right.
like I'm not hard up on being like stuck. I want to find my person, but I'm not hard up and just holding this together when we're not growing or we're not
Right.
getting
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so I'm like, I
Right.
want you to talk to
Absolutely.
me, like say something, like, but
Right.
he never do that. So this situation can go both ways.
Yeah.
A man can have the opportunity to say something, but they don't know what to say.
Right.
So now I'm the aggressor because I'm getting angry. I see you feeling away, but you're not saying nothing to
Right.
me. So I go and keep doing whatever I'm doing, and it's making you even more angry.
Right.
So now I almost seem spiteful because I know what you're feeling, but I want you to tell me exactly
Right.
how you're
Right.
feeling,
Right.
and then let's talk about it and figure it out.
Yeah,
So it's really hard.
that's very important. You got to know how to communicate.
That's the main
You
thing.
it won't last if you don't know how to communicate. Because
Yeah.
most people, like, if you don't say something, how can we fix it?
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, you know, we all go to the hospital, Right? We go to the emergency room, and when you go back there and they check you, and they like tell me what's wrong,
Right, right,
tell me what's hurt. So now, like they don't read your mind. The doc
right.
they don't read your mind. So that's how we gotta be when we want people to understand what we dealing with.
Yeah,
How can I?
misdiagnosis.
Yeah, how can I help you if you're not revealing? I
Exactly.
don't read minds, and I had to learn that because my wife,
Yeah.
you need to tell. I used to get mad because stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, like, man, she should be doing it, but I never sit down and talk. Like if I like really just tell her how I feel, and that makes a difference,
Yeah.
right? You got to sit down. You got to have that conversation,
Hmm.
so so we can fix it, right?
Yeah.
And men have to understand, like especially like for women, they love hanging with their family.
Yeah.
Like I know we get together, but I still love my family.
Right,
Like
right.
I don't, like my mom, my sister, some of them in South Carolina, and I don't hang with my family like holidays, and I'm always there. Or I mean, with my
Hmm.
wife and her family, and like I don't do nothing with my family. It's not that cause I can care less to do it. Not saying I don't want to, but
Right,
she
right.
always willing
Yeah.
do something with her family. Like they be going on vacations and
Uh-huh.
stuff. I took my first vacation with her and
Hmm.
her family, right? So now I understand that her spending time with her family is non-negotiable.
Yeah, for
And
real.
so if we're in a relationship, we need to know it's certain stuff that I got that's we not gonna negotiate that,
Right, right.
right?
Exactly.
And people have to understand that. So if you're not willing for that,
Yeah.
and I believe that everybody have they non-negotiable they should be able to
Hmm.
have in a relationship,
Hmm.
right? Not you can't just have a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't willing to talk
Exactly.
about or
Yeah.
compromise, but it's just certain stuff. Like for me, it's non-negotiable.
Right.
I'm not,
Exactly.
and people have to understand that,
Hmm.
especially men, like you have to understand, what I want, what makes her happy, because if you're
Exactly.
not happy, your house not happy,
It's not at all.
right? And men, I'm
Not at
talking
all.
to men, you gonna have to sacrifice to make it work.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to, put stuff away that you really don't want to do to
Yeah.
make it work. Because I'm telling you from experience, I know if when a woman happy, you can have your way.
No, for real. Like that for real.
Yeah. But if she
No,
not
it's real.
happy, man, listen. So you gotta do what you gotta do if you want it to work, man.
Yeah.
Keep just keep her happy. I don't
Yeah.
care how you fight, say you tough, or I'm gonna go get somebody
Right,
else.
right.
Just make her happy, man. So you could keep the peace at home, and
Hmm.
men had to do that, bro. So people gotta understand certain stuff. We not negotiating that.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it's certain principles and stuff that I go in life. Be like, hey, we not gonna negotiate that. Like with anything. I mean, that's how I am. It's certain, like for my wife, I mean, taking care of yourself, and
Hmm.
making sure you look good, making sure your hair comb. I don't care if you're going to mail, but it's like certain
Right.
stuff for me, like that's non-negotiable. I'm not,
Exactly.
that's just the way I am, because I always want you to look good, and
Hmm.
to talk about that. uh, why is it important for people to have that inner beauty, like on the inside, like know who you are on the inside? Because I tell dudes, like, but you don't have to be the best looking dude for somebody to fall in love with you.
Exactly.
You just gotta, love who you are, right?
Yeah.
Because you can make yourself look good. Like most of the women that got bad female, the dude ugly anyway. So long as
You're
you got,
right too.
long as you got you a job, long as you got you a job, bro. You confident, you care about yourself, like and you can really get who you want, especially if you got
Yeah.
money, you got good credit. You on top of your game.
Right.
Quit
Exactly.
worrying about trying to make the outside look good. And I said that because women, like we go back to social media, they feel like I gotta do this on the outside for me to
Hmm.
feel love or people to love me. So
Right.
you live in a world where people have died on operating table because
Yeah.
they want to make their stuff on the outside look
Hmm.
better, or and why is it important for you to have the inner beauty, not on the outside but on the inside? Talk to the women.
Like I honestly feel like I'm a girl. I'm such a girl's girl. I hate for to even be around females who feel like they all that. And it's okay to look good. It's
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
it's okay. But however, at the end of the day, like I actually witnessed people go and get their body done or whatever the case may be, and they came back a totally nasty, different person. Like they was okay at first, but then when they went and got their body done, it's like it's all about me. Like so
Right.
now people that who don't even really know you, that know we know each other, ask me what's wrong with her, why is she always stuck up and doing this, and that's it's not cute and it's not cool. Like you gotta literally be confident enough with yourself to know these things on the outside is what's upkeeping me.
Right.
It's what's on the inside. Like you,
Right.
like I'm like I said, I treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. Like
Right.
they say, like I don't see money or I don't see physique when I talk to people. I don't
Right.
even really care to know your name. I see your spirit.
Right.
So once I get that from you, once I get a good vibe or once I get a bad vibe, I know how to move with you.
Right.
So like me personally, speaking only for myself, I move with pure intentions. I don't care who you are. I'm going to introduce myself. I walk in the room, I'm going to speak because I want people to know like this is who I am. Like regardless if you think I look good or if I look bad on the outside, you're gonna know who I am.
Right.
Like you're gonna see that the fruit. You're gonna see it literally.
Absolutely.
Like so, I feel like that's so important to be remain positive, remain optimistic, even though it's hard sometimes. But just be confident. Like be confident who you are. Have respect for people.
Right.
Like that's the main thing. Like you can be the baddest in the room. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Or you don't have to be the baddest. It got some, I ain't gonna lie. It's got people who don't even look good on the outside, got the nastiest attitudes. Like you literally have to
Yeah.
carry yourself with
That
confidence and respect.
that's
Point
that.
blank period.
Yeah.
It when I tell you it goes a long way. Like people have just from me, like I used to work at racetrack 5 years overnight. So I seen a lot of truck drivers, plant workers, police officers, stuff like that. Outside of racetrack, I don't even know these people from a can of paint. They'll say, "Oh, you the girl that work at nice girl that work at racetrack. You always greet me. You always smile. You smiling now. Like it. I want that's the reputation I want.
Right.
I don't want every time I go somewhere. Oh, she's stuck up. She booted up. She looking at. She don't even know me. What's wrong with her? I don't. That's
Right.
not what I want. Like
Right.
I've never been no mean girl. Like
Right.
I've always carried myself in the way that I want people to treat me.
Right.
Like so, it's all about respect. Like I hate for a lady to walk around as if she is all that. And again, it's okay, but don't have that type of attitude because you can really put yourself in a bad situation with
Nobody
any
want
and
to deal
every.
with you.
Nobody
Right.
don't want to even deal
Right.
with you. They don't even want you around. So I've never been that person, and I can boldly say that I've never been that type of person. Like I believe in treating people the way I want to be treated. Even if I treat you with all respect and you still feel a way about me, that's personal. That
Right.
don't have nothing to do with me. I'ma still speak and God bless you. And I go by my way. Like
Right.
I walk in a room with my head held high. Literally, I can know it's people against me, but that's the enemy's job. You do yours, and I'm gonna do mine. I'm
Right.
gonna be the light wherever I go.
Right. That's
So,
women. Women do have that bad though. They feel it.
mhm.
Like that's a turn off. You
It
know, let me
is
tell women. Let me tell you something. It's nothing wrong with people taking care of themselves on the outside. Let's
right, right.
that's good. But for the women just are doing that to get people to love you, you you gonna track most of the time females that's going to get their body done, doing all this kind of stuff. You're gonna attract the wrong dude
Yeah,
anyway.
all the
That
time
I'm just telling you that.
because it's sexualized at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah. So I'm not going after your heart. I'm going off about
Yeah.
what I see. But
Hmm.
by all means, still take care of yourself, and look good. But don't do that and think that that's the only way you can get people to fall in love with you. Let them
Exactly.
fall in like your heart.
Hmm.
Cause being hateful and mean and thinking you really all that just it make you can look good, but it makes you look so bad when
So
you
bad.
yeah, when you got hate in your heart, you
Yeah.
angry, you frustrated, and you think that people
Yeah.
that's a turn off, to be honest.
For
That's
real.
not cute. It's nothing sweet about that by you having a heart like that. You have a pure heart.
Yeah.
If you want people to be drawn to you, the Bible said love and kindness.
Yeah.
How about drawing it?
That's it.
That's you can get so much knowledge from the Bible, and
Yeah.
people can take their whole life to a whole nother level. And
Facts.
you don't have to be so spiritual. You don't have to be
Exactly.
the one that go to church. If you just, because the Bible is full of principles. it's full of rules. You know, it's a
Yeah.
guidance for us to get through life. So he telling you love and kindness is how I have drawn people. So if
Mhm.
you want people to be drawn to you, you want people to like you, it's gonna be like love and kindness, just like you
Mhm.
said. You know, I'm the same. I treat people with a good heart. I
Mhm.
treat people how I want to be treated, and that's important.
Yeah,
That's important.
reciprocity, reciprocity. Like a lot of people say what they want, but you're producing something else. Like, so how are you going to get back something and you're sowing the wrong thing? Like you sowing evilness, you sowing
Right,
negativity, like all of these things that's detrimental. However, you're wanting a different result. That's it's not it's
right,
impossible for that
right,
to happen. Like
right,
you know, you go out there and you say you want to plant a tomato and you go out there with some strawberry seeds. You're not gonna get that tomato.
right,
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right. Absolutely.
you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta
Right,
know what you want, and you gotta believe that it's gonna come back. Like, however, whatever you put out there is most definitely coming back, good or
right,
bad. So that's
right,
how that's one of the things that I live on. I can't treat you ill. I can't treat you like that because I honestly have witnessed that coming back on me. So I don't
right.
want that back on
You
me. So
reap
I'm gonna
what you
treat you
sow.
with
Yeah,
all
yeah,
due
yeah, yeah.
respect. Like that's
Right,
just what it
right,
is.
right. I love that. That's good,
Yeah.
man. Well, Whitney, I thank you. I
Yeah.
thank you for stopping by, taking the time, man. And I believe that you know, it's my first time ever meeting you, and I believe you know, you're a special person. Like, you
Hmm.
know, I have a good spirit of discernment, and
Yeah.
I know good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to be raised with you, but
Right.
I can just, you know, feel, you know, good people,
Yeah.
right? And
Likewise.
yeah, and I just I truly believe that you know you are a good woman, and I like see people having
Yeah.
enjoying themselves on Facebook and social media and
Hmm.
having fun. Just
Yeah.
continue to do that, man. And
Yeah.
I thank you for coming by and blessing
Hmm.
my podcast. You the one of my first guests. This the first one I done did this year, so I had took a
Okay.
break. So
I
I
appreciate you
thank you.
having
I
me
thank you,
then.
and I think I gotta get you back to do a part two because I just like, you
Yeah.
know, just like good conversation. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you
Most definitely.
just for even, you know, taking the time to stop by. Any last thing you want to say?
Oh, not really. Just continue to be who y'all is. Like at the end of the day, we all go through something. Like I
Right,
said earlier, it's cliche to say what we done been through, but
right,
I believe in appointed time. Like I never seen myself sitting right here right now, but I believe in appointed time. Like
right,
everything that is for you will align with you as long as you align yourself.
right,
Like you know what I'm saying? You make time for the things that contributes to where you trying to go, what you're trying to, do, what you're trying to achieve, and who you really are. So
right,
align yourself. Like
right,
if I had to leave y'all with anything, I would definitely say align yourself, be true to yourself. And I just believe that blessings are magnetized. Like they're gonna come to you either way, either way. So you keep doing what you're supposed to do, and they're literally drawn to you. So I wish everybody the best. Like God bless everybody. Thank you for having me, and
thank
I
you.
definitely be glad to come do a part two.
Oh, I get you back. There you
Yeah.
had it. I'm not gonna come behind that. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Another episode of No Filter Podcast.